NIM saya 501200543 dari kelas 4F Ekonomi Syariah. Di sini saya akan membacakan tugas saya dengan filter review artikel dan judul Income in Indonesia, review article in Scopus. Pertama, saya ambil biorefining of oil palm empty fruit bunches for bioethanol and xylitol production in Indonesia. Indonesia has an intensive agricultural industry sector that produces large amounts of residues each year. Currently, these residues are underutilized and have a negative impact on the environment. Kedua, universal health coverage in Indonesia, concept, progress, and challenge. This report describes Indonesia innovative UHC initiative and the future roadmap needed to reach the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. Yang ketiga, opportunities for improving hypertensive disorder of pregnancy, HDP management in a primary care setting, a review of international published guidelines in the context of pregnancy care in Indonesia. Almost all global maternal mortality rates resulting from HDP occur in low and middle income countries. Yang keempat, managing surgical patients with a COVID-19 infection in the operating room, an experience from Indonesia. The 2020 coronavirus and COVID-19 pandemic had a major impact on hospital care, including surgery. Hospitals need to balance patient care, staff safety, resource availability, and medical ethics. Yang kelima, examining gender expectation on women's vulnerability to natural hazard in low and middle income countries, a critical literature review. The aim of this critical literature review is to examine the impact of gender expectation on women's vulnerability to natural hazard in low to middle income countries. Yang keenam, expenditure elasticity and income elasticity of GHG emission, a survey of literature on household carbon footprint. It presents limited knowledge about the relationship between income and carbon footprint due to questionable methodological assumptions and measurement errors in household survey. The political economy of oil supply in Indonesia and the implication for renewable energy development. This article addresses the issue by adopting a political economy approach to investigate the country mix and energy supply security through 2015. Yang kedelapan, how do food safety concerns affect consumer behavior and diets in low and middle income countries, a systematic review. The impact of food safety concerns on dietary behavior in low and middle income countries is not well documented. Yang ke-9, the utilization of maternal health service at primary healthcare setting in Southeast Asian countries. A systematic review of the literature. This said maternal mortality (MMR) remains a global health problem. Significant progress has been made over the last 15 years, but this percentage remains high, especially in low and middle income countries. Yang ke-10, understanding driver of food choice in low and middle income countries, a systematic mapping study. Understanding the individual based motive that govern food choices is necessary to design appropriate intervention and support food systems that are consistent with consumer characteristic, preference, and value. School-based anti-bullying intervention for adolescents in low and middle income countries, a systematic review. Bullying is a global phenomenon. This is starting to be identified as a public fitness trouble and an intellectual fitness trouble. A systematic assessment suggests that complicated world-collect anti-bullying interventions are powerful in lowering victimization and bullying in high-earning countries. 12. What is operational research and how can national tuberculosis programs in low and middle income countries use it to end TB? Despite major advance over the years, tuberculosis, TB, remains the leading murderer of infectious diseases. With devastating socioeconomic consequences for people in low and middle income countries. In addition, the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic has complicated the provision of tuberculosis treatment around the world. 13. A scoping review of climate-related disasters in China, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Disaster health impact, vulnerable population, and adaptation measure. The worst affected people tend to come from socio-economically disadvantaged, vulnerable communities with high exposure to risk conditions and inadequate adaptive capacity. 14. Performing MSWM in Sukonan, Yogyakarta, Indonesia, a case study of applying a zero-waste approach based on circular economy practice. Over the past few years, Indonesia, the third most populous country in the world, has been facing environmental problems due to the uncontrolled generation of municipal solid waste. Yang ke-15, traumatic brain injury related pediatric mortality and morbidity in low and middle income countries, a systematic review. The burden of pediatric stressful mind injury in low and middle profit countries is unknown. 16. International Society of Nephrology Global Kidney Health Atlas. Structure, organization, and service for the management of kidney failure in Oceania and Southeast Asia. Oceania and Southeast Asia is a economically, culturally, and ethnically numerous areas dealing with a growing epidemic of non-communicable diseases, such as congenital kidney diseases. Yang ke-17, obesity in children and adolescents epidemiology, causes, assessment, and management. This review describes current knowledge of childhood and adolescent epidemiology and the causes of obesity, assessment, consideration, and current treatment approach. A review of anthropogenic interaction and impact characteristic of the Saundeng mangrove in Southeast Asia. On the other hand, the presence of mangrove near densely populated coast has left mangrove in an unstable situation due to the rise in socio-economic growth over recent decades. Yang ke-19, exploring urban green package as part of nature-based solution for climate change adaptation measure in rapidly growing cities of the global south. Given a wealth of elusive information on the use and implementation of nature-based solutions in the global south, this review provides a synthesis of evidence on one, distribution of urban green technologies in the form of arboriculture and urban agriculture as part of the NBS package for urban sustainability against population growth and climate change impact. And number 2, a vision for integrating and mainstreaming various NBS package into city development policies, planning processes, and decision-making agendas. Yang ke-20, Advanced Care Planning in Asia, a systematic narrative review of healthcare professional knowledge, attitude, and experience purpose. Although the value of advanced care planning (ACP) for patients with life-threatening illness is widely recognized in Asian medical professionals, review of ACP has received little systematic attention. Yang ke-21, biomass waste as a renewable energy in developing bio-based economies in Indonesia. Review. This study will help to better understand the implementation, limitation, challenge, and regulation associated with the conversion of biomass to renewable energy and the achievement of the 2025 energy mix goal. Yang kedua, child sexual abuse in Indonesia, a systematic review of literature, law, and policy. As in many middle-income countries, Indonesia knowledge of child sexual abuse is still limited. Although the central government has promised to protect children from the worst form of violence, GSA sensitivity combined with cultural and legal complexity poses significant challenge. Yang ke-23, reviewing social forestry schemes in Indonesia. This paper reviews Indonesia literature on the opportunities and challenges of various social forest management programs and draws lessons for promoting social forest management program for an economic and environmental, institutional, and social perspective. Yang ke-24, reducing emission from land use change in Indonesia. The paper, published in the special edition of Forest Policy and Economics, contributed to the analysis of NDC and REDD both design and implementation by examining aspects related to emission reduction from Indonesia forests. Ke-25, integration of health service for the elderly in Asia, a scoping review of Hong Kong. Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia against the backdrop of a rapidly aging population. There is increasing awareness of the need to integrate multiple health services for the elderly, not only to provide more coordinated care, but also to contain the rapid cost inflation driven primarily by the curative sector. Yang ke-26, rethinking renewable energy target and electricity sector reform in Indonesia, a private sector perspective. Renewable energy target announced in 2014 provide an opportunity to reform Indonesia's fossil fuel dominated electricity sector. This paper discusses Indonesia's current renewable energy policy and future prospects for achieving these goals. Ke-27, understanding the multidimensional linkage among renewable energy, pollution, economic growth, and urbanization in contemporary economies. Quantitative assessment across different income countries grow. The purpose of this paper is to clarify the relationship between energy, carbon emission, economic growth, and urbanization on a global scale. Yang ke-28, family and community factor shaping in the eating behavior of preschool-aged children in low and middle-income countries, a systematic review of intervention. Yang ke-29, corporal punishment, discipline, and social norms, a systematic review in low and middle income countries. This review seeks to find out how the literature analyzes social norms and continuing professional development in low and middle income. Yang ke-30, a decade of the sharing economy, concept, user business, and governance perspective. Sharing economic platforms has transformed the production and consumption system of cities around the world. The sharing economy helps address sustainability issues, but little is known about its true economic, social, and environmental implication. Yang ke-31, decision making in vaccine hesitant parent and pregnant women, and integrative review. The aim of this review is to gain an understanding of the factors that influence vaccine decision-making in pregnant women and parents of children. Yang ke-32, supply and delivery of vaccine for global health. Vaccines developed in high-income countries have been extremely successful in reducing the global burden of infectious diseases, saving 2.5 million lives annually. But even in successful cases such as the rotavirus vaccine. Yang ketiga, intervention to reduce intimate partner violence against women in low and middle income countries. 1 in 4 women around the world experiences intimate violence at some point in their life. This is especially prevalent in low and middle income countries. Yang keempat, intervention to improve dispensing of antibiotics at the community level in low and middle income countries. A systematic review. This review documents the effectiveness of intervention to improve community level antibiotic administration practice by drug providers in low and middle income countries. Ke-35, comparing human exposure to fine particulate matter in low and high income countries. Due to the adverse health effect of air pollution, research have proposed personal exposure measurements that were monitored worn by individuals to better characterize and understand the causes of air pollution. Ke-36, situational assessment of adult vaccine preventable diseases and the potential for immunization advocacy and policy in low and middle income countries. By 2050, the number of adults aged 65 and over will double that of the population under the age of 5, concentrating on low and middle income countries. Population growth and life expectancy prolongation include effective healthy aging strategies, including immunization to reduce the burden of vaccine preventable diseases, improve quality of life, and reduce antibiotic resistance. Yang ke-37, a century past the discovery of insulin, global progress and challenge for type 1 diabetes among children and adolescents in low income and middle income countries. Type 1 diabetes is on the rise worldwide. However, in low and middle income countries, the mortality burden remains disproportionately low. Ke-38, selection of blood components and blood products as essential medicines in 105 low and middle income countries. Human-derived blood products are important treatment option for a variety of illnesses, including B. hemophilia. Yang ke-39 is energy the golden thread, a systematic review of the impact of modern and traditional energy use in low and middle income countries. This article concludes by clarifying some research agendas that should motivate current and future generations of energy and development scientists. Yang ke-40, cash transfer programs have differential effect on health. A review of the literature from low and middle income countries. Cash transfer programs have become popular and are now being used as an intervention to target a wide range of health outcomes in many diverse settings. However, experimental cash transfer have yielded mixed results, highlighting gaps in our understanding of how these programs work.